Well, if you're holding EOS, you would agree with this fact that your expectations of EOS has not turned out the same as you are expecting it to be. Let me know if you do not agree with this statement, right? Because this is a similar thing that happened with me. We thought that EOS is going to change everything. It's one of the biggest projects into the cryptocurrency space, which will build a lot of dApps, will bring it to true decentralization, will help the adoption faster. At the same time, it'll help all the investors who are holding these tokens make them rich. And that is what we all expected, but that's not what it's turning out to be. And to be honest, it's getting scarier and scarier for me as an investor, as someone who really holds some number of tokens, not a huge number, a small number. I am really concerned. The latest news about the US is that the Dan Larimer has proposed a new constitution. He says that the current constitution that he has, it should be thrown out, should be scrapped completely, and we will build up a new constitution. Now, why does he say that? That recently there was an incident. One of the block producers actually allowed a transaction of 3,570 EOS to go through. Now, this was against the ECAF decision. Now, you might ask, what is ECAF now? I'll come to that. But let me show you that what is that 3,570 EOS is worth. If you calculate $10 each, it's about 35,700 worth of transaction that has gone through, and for which this block producer is facing some legal action as well. Now, just to let you know that every block producers, you would know that 21 block producers all the time with EOS, and all these block producers get paid about 10,000 worth of EOS every day, to be more specific, for doing their work. 10,000 EOS, $10,000 of worth EOS every day. These block producers, that's quite a big money, right? And now, since these block producers made this mistake of letting go this 3,570 transaction, he will not be paid his reward, which is $10,000 every day. Not only that, but he's also going to face some legal action as well, right? That's one part of the story, right? Now we need to understand what exactly ECAF. So ECAF stands for Core Arbitration Forum. Consider this, think of ECAF like a Supreme Court or High Court for US. What does it mean? Let's say there is a transaction that has gone through, but it's not per your permission, right? So that's a stealing. So somebody stole your money, somebody stole your transaction because it did not go through your consent. So you can report that to ECAF. ECAF will look into it. It's a forum. And if found that, you are, or anyone who has not done this transaction and it was illegit or unethical, they will try to refund that token. So the good part is that nobody can lose their funds with EOS because there is always an authority, ECAF, which will take care of it. The bad part is also because it's a censorship, right? Now, decentralization is all about uncensorship. Today we talk about Bitcoin being because nobody really controls this. If there is going to be a body which is controlling all the EOS transactions, that means it's extremely centralized. So what recently happened here is in the chat here. I think this is something that we should definitely read. So this is a conversation between Dan Larimer and the block producer who actually made this mistake. And so to understand this whole controversy better, we will go through this conversation which happened between Dan Larimer and the block producers. He's referring here to Daz, and I suppose that's Dan Larimer. But before we go to the chat, we need to go through this list here. So a couple of days back, the ECAF, which you can again call it a Supreme Court or High Court on EOS, they released a report wherein they said that these are the accounts, right? About 21 or something like that. These are the accounts which should be frozen, and so none of the block producers are actually validate any transactions on these accounts. Now, unfortunately, this block producer happened to not be the part of the meeting or happened to miss out on this report released by ECAF, and that is why they went ahead and approved this transaction of 3,570. And that is what it means is that, hi Daz, I am from EOS Store. So the name of the block producer is EOS Store, who actually made the mistake. Where did you see the Bitfinex vote for us? There is a statement I heard today from EOS New York that you failed to update the blacklist. So this is the blacklist, right? These are the account which is blacklisted. So the Dan Larimer says, update your blacklist on one of the accounts that was directed to be frozen from ECAF, and it caused that account to lose its access. Is that true? I did not receive the last blacklist, so it happened. Block producer said it was my mistake, I did not receive it. How did you not receive it? Everyone else received. Can you see the amount of centralization here? This is extremely scary. It would let any investors who actually really understand how the blockchain and decentralization works to actually sell off their token and probably invest into something else and get rid of this EOS tokens. He says sorry for that. I mean, there are chances for the human error. And then he said, it wasn't my account that was stolen. This is a response from Dan Larimer, I suppose, if it is Daz, that was told, no need to apologize to me. This will probably affect your ability to earn income as a block producer. That means now, as a block producer, you will not be rewarded at 10,000 worth of EOS tokens that you were being rewarded earlier, right? So this clearly goes to show now, Dan Larimer, of course, has come out and saying that, we will change the constitution. And in the meantime, this EOS store is facing some legal proceedings about those laws. He's, of course, lost his $10,000. Now, coming back to the final part of it, which I really want to share, and this is quite interesting, here is this letter. So there was someone who actually put this on the Reddit. This is concerning the centralization, and basically this will break all your faith if you have any on EOS. But again, guys, I'm making this video just to spread the awareness. I think these are some of the concerns that we should all be aware of. This is no way to say that you sell off your EOS tokens, or there's no way to sell that EOS will come out strong, right? This is just sharing my opinion. Would love to hear what do you think. Now, this is how I want to conclude this video together. So, and this is quite strong. He says, and herein lies the issue. The block producers control all the decisions made on EOS. From validating blocks to seizing funds from under your private key. They can be nominated in by 51% token majority. Right now, that means the top 15 wallets. So 51% of majority is held by only top 15 wallets. I think Block One, the one who created this EOS network, holds about a million or maybe about 10 million. I'm not really sure. Somewhere this number, right? They hold about so many of tokens, so they can easily vote for a block producer. And this is something that we discussed during the voting issue, that 15% of vote which is required to make the mainnet live, 10% can come from the Block One itself. And so the 5% is only, so Block One almost have 51% share and influence in voting of block producers, right? So every other individual that votes is powerless if the majority colludes or with each other. EOS tokens are not well distributed, so voting power is condensed. In addition, the voting power system is designed to give the majority the ability to dominate every block producer and handful of backup. He concludes that, so now you have 21 block producers who have, okay, this is quite strong. You have 21 puppet block producers. Of course, they are puppet because they are supposed to do only what ECAF tells them to do. So that way they become a puppet, right? Who have to do whatever they are told and lose their powers as a node, be replaced with a different node if they don't follow. Like the same thing happened with this EOS store. That I pity on that block producers already. The richest wallets are in the complete control of EOS, when can already scarcely be called a crypto because your funds are literally not safe. Cryptographically speaking, this is a centralized and likely completely illegal mess. Your funds are literally safer with banks who have legal framework to abide by. And this is something that I have repeatedly said, that instead of me trusting or centralized cryptocurrencies, I would rather be more comfortable trusting the centralized government. So this has raised the serious concern. I'm afraid that as soon as people are able to get access to their EOS tokens, there might be a sell because EOS has not turned out what it was supposed to be, originally supposed to mean. Over and above, Dan Larimer himself has confessed that we need to build a new law on the EOS. I would love to hear from you about the recent controversies. How positive are you? Are you still have the same faith or confidence that you used to have in EOS network right now? Thank you so much for watching. Please do share your opinion. I'm eagerly waiting for your comments in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.